International clash against New South Wales underway. As Barry Leese says, let's go, blows the whistle and sounds time on. It's a high start by the South Africans, but no control of the football from the kickoff. And so the first line out of the game will take place with the New South Wales throw. And again, we've seen, as with the Australians, Chris, that lack of ability to secure the ball from the kickoff.
I think every team needs a really good start, and they'd be looking forward to pulling that ball down from the kickoff, New South Wales. This their opportunity to get into the game.
Well, a poor start by New South Wales against Transvaal led to a try. Now, Henny LaRue, who loves to run the football, this is a good start. Taken infield by Heinrich Falls, but the ball has gone forward. Yes, we go back to that match against Transvaal, Chris, where New South Wales started badly, and the only try of the match through Uli Schmidt came in the opening minute of the match.
Didn't the referee for that game as well was this Barry Leese. So both teams have had the opportunity to see him in action.
Now, Far Jones at the back of the New South Wales scrum, giving it to Campese inside his 22. And that magnificent pure strike at the football by Campese takes play 10 metres in South African territory. Excellent crowd on hand here at the Waratah Rugby Stadium. Now Barry Leese talking to both sets of forwards. He's wanting a great gap in this line-out.
Look at that for a gap in the line-out. Isn't that quite incredible?
Uli Schmidt, good throw, taken down by Hannes Thradum, the 28-year-old from Transvaal. He made his debut against France at Ellis Park just a couple of weeks ago. And now they roll it to the right, South Africa. Willie Hill's there in number 1. He went on the France-England tour of prop, but played in the test matches as hooker. Now Uli Schmidt tried to get it back to Pienaar, but the New South Wales players are offside, and referee Barry Leese blows the whistle and gives the penalty to the South African side.
New South Wales detaching from the maul before the ball came out, putting themselves effectively offside, but South Africa would have been keen to take that maul forward.
Good touch finder by Theo van Rensburg, takes play to about 5 metres short of the New South Wales 22. Well, Russell, absolutely ideal conditions. Fair to suggest not a breath of wind out there.
Yeah, fantastic, David. Absolutely no wind, but if it does start to pick up, and I think it will this afternoon, it will be favouring the Springboks in the first half.
Now Smith at acting half, away for Henny LaRue, putting it high. The chase is on, being led this time by Tian Strauss. Kelleher claims the fair catch and takes it well. A little bit of interference after the fair catch was taken.
You've just seen how effective these high balls on fullbacks have been in recent times, but Tim Kelleher just steady under the ball, took it cleanly and returns with interest.
And Tim Kelleher, his great uncle Jockey Kelleher, played in the superb game for New South Wales against South Africa way back in 1937. And New South Wales won that match by 17 points to 6, and we're lucky in that preamble to see a little bit of that action from that game. Now Tony Daly protecting Carver, who's jumping at 2. McKenzie is behind him. Uli Schmidt to throw the ball, goes to number 2, taken down again by Stradum, but it was not thrown in straight. And the option now given to New South Wales, and they elect to take the scrum 15 metres infield.
Good opportunity, first scrum of the game. Just see how these two sides come together. New South Wales traditionally will pack a lot lower than the Africans.
Tian Strauss has come off the back. Far Jones just popped it over the top of the clever kick, but Rensburg read it beautifully. He's taken by Bowen in the tackle. Support there from Tim Gavin.
These are good tactics. Nick Far Jones popping it over the top.
Interesting there. They claimed that Van Rensburg took the ball from a kick and should have been given the put in, but he did in fact attack the opposition defence before he was claimed in that maul. Far Jones. Good service. Bowen. Oh, that's fabulous play. Just van der Westhuizen races away and scores his 5th try on tour. He scored 4 in the match against South Australia. He's out for a test spot to unseat Robert de Pree. And that didn't do his cause any harm, Chris.
Magnificent ball, and this is sheer opportunism. Scotty Bowen got the ball under some difficult circumstances, but standing off on the side, Van der Husthuizen. Look at this. Comes in from the blind side of Scotty Bowen and just retains the ball in his hand and pulls on Tim Kelleher. Kelleher corrals him to the sideline. Not enough.
He didn't kick particularly well here for Transvaal against New South Wales. And he's probably left off where he was in that match because he didn't strike that in typical Van Rensburg fashion. But South Africa lead by 5-0. Far Jones, back row move with Gavin. They've worked that so many times. Riley did well. Michael Brown taking play upfield. Now they set it just outside the 22. They try to work on the short side. Bowen, but an offside. The hand was coming there from Francois Pienaar to spoil, and so the penalty goes to New South Wales. And a chance now for Tim Kelleher to come up to look for the 3 points.
Good attack by New South Wales. And here, as Far Jones searches for a runner, Scotty Bowen gets cleaned up here. He gets rid of the ball, and then Willie Hills just descends upon him.
The opening try by Jus van der Westhuizen, the Northern Transvaal scrum half. Now Kelleher has replaced Marty Roebuck not only in this side but the Australian side as well, with the added responsibility as he carried in the test match last week of the goal kicking here this afternoon. It's the vital kick for New South Wales. They trail by 5-0. Beautifully struck. First points on the board for New South Wales, but they trail by 5 points to 3. Now at the back of the line out here is Nico Wegner, who made his test debut against France at the Ellis Park just a couple of weeks ago, trying to cement a spot for that test match next week. James Small with the high ball. Far Jones claimed the fair catch but was outside the 22. Now Bryle, who supported well. Far Jones available. So too is the ball. Bowen, they elect to run it. Burke got the pass away from Campese. Too much pace over the air. Campese has the crowd on its feet. Will we see the goose step? The flick pass came back in, but Kelleher failed to read it. And now the counter-attack by South Africa. Well, didn't the crowd come to their feet when the touch of Campese? Now, Van der Westhuizen puts the ball in the touch on the ball. Well, Russell Fairfax, there's no doubt about this. This man Campese is the player they come to see. Now Far Jones, clever kick over the top. He was in the air. The fair catch can't be taken. Campese missed the tackle, but it was a poor finish in the end by Van Rensburg. And though he challenges that decision by referee Barry Leese, Chris, quite correct, it was no fair catch.
No fair catch. You need to have at least 1 foot on the ground to claim the fair catch. You don't have to call mark or whatever, but it is clear the referee was close by, explained himself clearly. And there the front row.
So New South Wales scrum. With that short line out did not throw the ball in straight. Now Van der Westhuizen, the back of the South African scrum. They switch it away. Van Rensburg with little angle. Gains about 15 or 20. And the tourists lead here by 5-3. The line out will take place. Toms. Back it goes Dempsey. Burke. Away for Bryle. And Murdoch scores a great New South Wales try. Well, New South Wales have just scored a superb try. A brilliant bit of play, enterprising play by New South Wales. The try scorer is Alistair Murdoch, and it came like this. There was tremendous play. Chris, just wonderful support.
The support is what it. Look at the blue jumpers there, and they're all in running position. They've picked up a runner every time, and Bryle superb. He gave the ball at the right time. Alistair Murdoch took it on, outstretched the defence, and goes over. Great try and good payment for hard work in these last 10 minutes by New South Wales.
Well, Michael Brown has been absolutely outstanding in the first half so far, and was there to deliver the final pass. And that just past the halfway mark of this first half is just the tonic that this New South Wales side needed. Just back from the 22, you can see that junction there. He moves in. The crowd behind the post seemed to like it, so did the touch judges. And New South Wales edge their nose in front of South Africa. They lead by 10 points to 5.
Their drive and their cleaning out is just super. They're getting the blockers on as soon as the man goes to ground. The next two are just juggernauting into position. And that's the key to getting that ball back. Those couple of runners just hitting after the ball carrier.
Maybe lessons learned very well from New Zealand last week, Chris.
I think so. We've probably played that game well. New South Wales, Ruck and Maul, they're leading 20-5. That's typified their play in the last 15 minutes or so.
Now Murdoch tries to beat the defence. It's good, superb defence, in fact, by Pinar, who led the South African chase. Now Willie Hills arrives, the biggest halfback in world rugby, as he acted in that role then. Tian Strauss away for the wide-running Uli Schmidt. Oh, the elbow used. Now Uli Schmidt is in trouble here, I can tell you. A deliberate use of the elbow.
There's no need for this, Uli Schmidt. We talk about crybabies. Well, this is a real sook stuff. As running in play and lifts the elbow and goes straight into the play. You'll see it clearly. The referee saw it clearly. The touch judge saw it clearly. David Campese moves off his man there, lifting it straight up into Nick Farr-Jones, and then after passing the ball, carries it on with David Campese. Bang, straight onto the point of the chin.
Well, the penalty, Francois Pinar gives a condescending look towards his hooker. And that's just totally undisciplined play and not called for. And might I add, quite dangerous. Particularly when the undisciplined part of the play, South Africa were on full attack. Now Kearns with the throw to the line out. It goes to the back to Gavin. It's not in straight. Referee applying advantage to South Africa. Under Westhuizen, away for LaRue, in turn for Muller, then it goes away for James Small. Oh, he hit Murdoch easily. A tremendous in and out. And now the support players there. Kenny LaRue makes the ball available. And it's superb pick up by Locker. And New South Wales now under immense pressure. Now, penalty, New South Wales on throw. In fact, there were hands that were used by New South Wales, and that will allow Theo van Rensburg again to have a look for 3 more points.
Well, this is unfortunate for New South Wales, but look at the South Africans hit back. New South Wales on the ground interfering with the ball in that play, and no advantage coming for the Springboks. And the referee gives the penalty.
Theo van Rensburg obviously still plagued and troubled by that groin. He struck that one better. In fact, it's right on target. So South Africa edged back close. New South Wales lead by 10-8. A big gap in the line-out, insisted on by referee Barry Leask. Straightum and tidy ball, but it was well secured in the end by Van der Westhuizen. Now he's made the ball available again. It's come out New South Wales side, Philip Kearns. But the knock-on by South Africa will see the scrum packed down inside the New South Wales 22.
These turnovers are costing South Africa dearly. Put-ins to New South Wales, giving them the chance to balance again.
Kelleher. Good clever skills by Small. Now he's in trouble. The New South Wales players are in an offside position. And the South Africans elect on the option of the scrum or the kick. They've elected to take the kick about 10 metres inside New South Wales territory. Well, Russell, you had a few microphone problems there, but a chance to get down to both camps. Were the coaches satisfied at the half-time break?
Well, Greg Smith was. They didn't feel there was any need to change their tactics. It had worked fairly good for them in the first half, and they just needed to maintain the pressure in the second half. But that was one of the areas that Greg Smith was hoping that they'd improve on. So many times in that first half, they'd take them to the wire and then left them off the hook 15 metres out. The South Africans, on the other hand, Mr. Coach McIntosh wasn't too happy with their performance. He said that they needed to see more of the ball and they needed to show more desire at the breakdown, because possession to them is vital. If South Africa is to go well in the second half, they need to see more of the football and send it out wide.
Now Van Rensburg, 2 or 3 metres in from touch. A chance to put his side back in the lead. Oh, that is a superb kick by Theo van Rensburg. And South Africa get their nose back in front by the single point. Far Jones. Bowen. Oh, that is pinpoint accuracy. Beautifully weighted by Scott Bowen.
This is what we talk about when you say maintaining the pressure. Just everything works well. Good passing, clear, decisive kicking. Now it's up to Kearns and his forwards. It's an important ball to win back here.
Warwick War secured it. That was a wonderful touch finder by Bowen. Now Warwick War drives forward. Good switch by Far Jones. Kelleher, superb try. Nick Far Jones is back in town. Kelleher scores the try, but it was the composure of the former Wallaby captain that put the finishing touch on it.
The old firm's back. Just that clear thinking. Beautiful switch. He heard the call from Campese. It swept line and Kelleher, composure. Reaches out, clear try. Referee right on the spot. Good work the Waratahs. They've piled on the pressure. They've worked away at it slowly. Campese link. Kelleher straightened over.
Well, what a telling blow that was by the Blues. With about 15 minutes of play gone in the second half. And as Chris described at the old firm, Far Jones and Campese, how important they will be next week. As Ian McIntosh, the South African coach, ponders what lies ahead in the final 25 minutes here at the Waratah Rugby Stadium this afternoon. Now, can Tim Kelleher put the icing on the cake by converting his own try? He shaved the uprights with a similar kick just a moment ago. And he just hooks it away to the left again. But New South Wales in the lead by 15 points to 11. Dempsey joins in. Payne. Scott Bowen was under pressure but did well. Scotty Bowen got his start in the match against Transvaal here at the Waratah Rugby Stadium with the injury to Tim Wallace, the Wallaby of 92, and has not surrendered his spot since. Penalty going against the New South Wales side for being inside the 10 from that line out. And as Theo van Rensburg comes up to have a look for the 3 points, Russell, is there a report on Nick Far Jones?
Yeah, Nick Far Jones 2 weeks ago in a club match, he dislocated his thumb, and again just out here today he has jarred it. So it's more a precautionary thing he's come off. I'm sure he wants to be fit for the first test next Saturday night.
Well, I'm sure he does, and hopefully that is good news, that report for Australia's rugby hopes. Now Van Rensburg, 15 in from touch, 24 out. This to bring South Africa to within 1 point of New South Wales. The flags, just 1 point in the ball game here at the Waratah Rugby Stadium. Dempsey taken in by New South Wales, so it will be a South African put into the scrum, and it's midway between the half and the 22. South Africa's end of the ground, They trail by 1 point, 15 to 14. The Waratahs lead the Springboks. Van der Westhuizen working short side with LaRue, hoisting it high. Downtown is Kelleher, took it very soundly. Now angles it away towards that far touchline. Oh, beautifully taken by Van Rensburg. And he loves to counter-attack the Transvaal fullback. Some wonderful hands being displayed out there this afternoon. On that occasion was Matt Burke.
Good display. We've seen much of that spilt ball without pressure. The unforced errors that plagued Australia and New Zealand last weekend. And there's 30 very committed players on that field at the moment. 1 point the difference.
South African ball. Barley Swat. 10 kilos, the tight head prop from Transvaal. 7, the Transvaal team in the Springbok lineup this afternoon. It would be fair to suggest that most of those would be making their appearance in Springbok Test colours next weekend. Well, let's hear from the man himself. Nick Farr-Jones is on the touchline with Russell Fairfax. We wait now for LaRue, though. I said this man loves to run the football. He finally does it, and it's resulted in a try. He's elected to kick on 8 occasions. He's running with the ball in hand on 7. This is the first time he's taken on the defence, and he scored a magnificent solo try for the Springboks.
What a sensational try. He's left Tim Kelleher absolutely flat-footed. Kelleher didn't even get close. That step, a gem. Powers for the line. Campese closes and closes quickly. Tries to pull him down short, but there's no chance. Great try, South Africa. This is what they've been trying to do. They pick up the runner straight, the back row stretching. Kelleher all at sea. Campese gets there. LaRue, try.
And the conversion by Van Rensburg. So the South Africans back in the lead. And the try scorer, Henny LaRue. It's come at a very timely occasion in the second half for South Africa to lead by 21 points to 15. And a chance to go touchline now, as we were going to Russell Fairfax and Nick Farr-Jones.
Well, Nick, most of the rugby fans out there, hearts were fluttering when you came off. What was the problem?
2 weeks ago, I dislocated my finger, Russ, the thumb. Been a joint back, and then today I just got another bad whack on it, and I just couldn't move it out there. Hopefully it'll be okay, but doctor says we'll go and have some films done straight after the game.
Things were looking good for New South Wales until that try.
Yeah, well, it was a great try. It was actually a move that we'd rehearsed in New South Wales, and they did it to perfection. But the boys are lift. I felt before I came off that South Africa were tiring slightly, so you can just see we're playing the move there now. But yeah, look, the boys are lift. They've committed really well to this game. The determination's been fantastic, and I'm confident we can come back.
Yeah, let's just hope New South Wales can do it.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that echoes the sentiments of all rugby fans in Australia. Campese not being able to be controlled by Murdoch on that occasion. And New South Wales electing to rush it down the short side. Finally, the execution in the end just left a little to be desired. This is still very much anybody's ball game with 12 minutes of play remaining. South Africa in the lead. Van der Westhuizen back for try scorer LaRue. Henny LaRue in the upcoming Test series. He comes to Australia with an awesome reputation, being a very, very talented footballer with ball in hand. Carver, good quality ball at the front. Now Warwick Waugh takes it on. Now Dempsey wheels it to the left with Waugh. It's been closed off with the hands this side, but comes out New South Wales way. Bowen decides to take on the defence. Dion Lotter was there in pretty strong cover.
I'm impressed with the clear passing and understanding between Payne and Bowen. The ball's getting there, but the defence is getting there just as quickly.
Your thoughts on this South African back row?
The back row have been effective. They've had a fair bit of work to do today because of the amount of possession.
So, very welcome respite for the players as injuries start to take their toll in this match here at the stadium. South Africa with a 6-point lead. They say every picture tells a story. That's been the evidence of the battle between these two outstanding packs out this afternoon. The South African captain, Francois Pienaar. And a touch finder from Van Rensburg takes play beyond the halfway line.
And it all becomes field possession. New South Wales can't even consider scoring. They're 6 points in arrear. Willie O, great to see him back, unfortunately, with that leg injury.
Greg Craig was telling me that he won't be available for the home season. Chris, the Wallabies are confident they might have him on tour to Canada and France at the end of the year, and that is good news for Australian rugby.
Sure is.
Now Tian Strauss clears it out well for Falls. The pass went astray from Peter Muller. Now the knock-on has been ruled by referee Barry Leask, and so New South Wales will get the benefit of the scrum feed just inside their own territory as we fast approach the final 10 minutes of this wonderful encounter here at the Waratah Rugby Stadium. Payne out for Bowen. Now Burke, a poor pass. Cleaned up well by Toms. Play on, says the referee. Alistair Murdoch did brilliantly. Murdoch with pace. Murdoch takes them on. Murdoch will score. What a sensational try. He just backed his own confidence, Chris, and with very little room, accelerated, beat the cover. That's a sign of a very confident young footballer.
Rarely do you see a try individual as good as this. Wingers are supposed to be quick, but this displays all the skills, strength, confidence. They were in hot pursuit. James Small was after him. He outpunched him. He outdistanced Van Rensburg. He scored.
This was a special try. It looked as though it was going to break down. Give full marks to Richard Toms, Russell Fairfax, but take us through this as a classic wingers try.
It was a superb piece of play by Richard Toms to get down there and pick up that loose ball and then defend by Murdoch. It was a great fend. It pushed the halfback right away and opened the way for him to score in the corner. Just the tonic New South Wales needed.
His second try. Alistair Murdoch, the 23-year-old from Gordon, replaced Semi Tapuaife in this side, playing his 15th match in Blues colours this afternoon and justifying the selectors' confidence in him with his second try of the afternoon. And it was an absolute gem that will be remembered for a long, long time by the fans here at the Waratah Rugby Stadium. Now New South Wales, chance to get their nose back in front. There's a hush right around the stadium. It will erupt if Tim Kelleher's boot is on target. It looks good. It is good. And the Blues back in the lead. 22 points to 21. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And Kelleher answered it, Chris, in spectacular fashion.
Well, they say that pressure is all about kicking the points when they're absolutely needed, and Kelleher did exactly that.
Now LaRue getting it away for Falls, bringing in Olivier. Away it goes for Van Rensburg. James Small is on his right. Small came in and back out. The New South Wales defences coming across in numbers. Van Rensburg brings down Dempsey. Now Payne. Campese is across from the right wing. And that just drives play deep downfield. Taken by Tian Strauss. And finally he forces it at his own in goal. Seesawing match that has kept Ian McIntosh on his toes.
Fantastic effort by New South Wales. They've applied the pressure. They've maintained their concentration. They've lost Nick Farr-Jones, but they haven't lost anything with Sam Payne out there distributing the ball cleverly.
Campese hoists it high again. Van Rensburg leaves the ground. Now a chance. Bryle. Dempsey arrived. Now Payne nips away at that New South Wales pack. The ball is available. Campese giving it away. Toms just reward. That's the ball game. Richard Toms celebrates his return to international rugby with a superb try.
Welcome back, Tomsy. Well done, the Waratahs. They've plundered this South African line, not content to protect a slight advantage. A wonderful kick by Campese, and Toms was there. Nearly did better than Tim Horan could. Bryle has been everywhere today. Carried it forward, and those big forwards arrived. And number 19, Sam Payne, put the ball right where it should be. David Campese's waiting hands. They were able to squeeze it through the gap. Look at this. Desperation from Bowen. Great try from the big Toms. Great work, Richard Toms.
Yeah, a great try. He's already made 5 Wallaby tours, Richard Toms. He's only 25 years of age and has missed all this representative season. That was just the icing on the cake in his return. Now Tim Kelleher, with his easiest attempt, adds the extra points. And so New South Wales take a stranglehold in this match, leading by 8 points with just 5 minutes to play remaining. Well, of all the clashes so far between these two, between South Africa and New South Wales, they've only won twice, the Blues, back in 1965, and before that in 1937, remembering of course the last visit here was in 1971 when New South Wales lost 25-3. Well, I just wonder what's going on here.
I think the referee might have received a hit in the back of the head, and his vision may be a little impaired.
Could be in doubt for next week, Chris. Now the restart of play. That's better controlled by the New South Wales forwards from the restart. We'll be giving an award later in the game this afternoon to Optus Most Valuable Player. There's been plenty of stars out there today in both sides, particularly in the New South Wales camp. Philip Kearns, what a welcome return to form he's had. Campese has been involved. Toms did well to hang on to the football because he was under intense pressure from Peter Muller.
I think in the forwards today, New South Wales have really shone out. Kearns leading from the front. Warwick War has done more than's been required of him. He's jumped well in the line-out. Michael Bryle in the back row has been effective. He's impacted on the game. He's been out wide when needed and hit it up.
They'll be naming that most valuable player at full time in this match. There's an injury again in the South African camp this time, and it appears it could be akin to the injury to Nick Farr-Jones. Time to check a few of these statistics here. Look at that domination by New South Wales in rucks and mauls.
That has told the difference today. They've had the possession, and not only that, they've been able to keep it tight. They haven't given the ball over. They haven't had these handovers that have been so prevalent in previous times. Fantastic statistic to dominate the ball for that length of time.
There could be a replacement in the South African camp. Russ, have you picked up who the injured player is? The one warming up is Honnibal, so it could well be that Peter Muller is the injured player. I think it may be. That will be a telling blow to South Africa because he's one of the more experienced internationals in their backline. Peter Muller, one of the rare breed of brothers who have played for the Springboks. His brother Helgard is a former Springbok. So Muller takes his place back in the three-quarter line for South Africa. New South Wales get the foot into the scrum. So into the final 5 minutes. New South Wales have really made their mark in the last 10. With splendid tries by Murdoch, his second, and also Richard Toms. Now Small linking up with Tian Strauss. He's been very hard working today for the Springboks in that back row. Van der Westhuizen searching for the ball. Uli Schmidt showing all the skills of a hooker. South Africa's way. Right back with the hands of Bali Swat. So a penalty to New South Wales.
Well, I think it shows a fairly frustrated option when you send the hooker down the short side and rely on the chip kick ahead. It just means that I think they're not quite thinking clearly. The Africans at the moment would be disappointed. They're behind.
Campese's kick won't find touch. Von Rensburg elects to bring in James Small. Now it's turn for Olivier. Jacques Olivier getting it back. Got a ton of pace, this fellow from Northern Transvaal. Links up now with Van der Westhuizen. Back in field for Strauss. He's given wonderful support today. Willie Hills backing up Uli Schmidt. Makes the ball available. Picked up by Wegner. Now Henny LaRue again nearly through the gap. This is better play by South Africa. Supporting the ball carrier. Van der Westhuizen away for LaRue. Through the dummies, through again. Numbers for South Africa. Van Rensburg. Van Rensburg to the try line. Try! Again, Henny LaRue was the man that set it up. Van Rensburg did the finishing work, and it's 29 points to 26.
And just as you think they're a spent force, they pull on a full team effort. And this man, LaRue, isn't he slippery? He creates the try by making that break. It was great work by his forwards, great continuity by the back row, but it was that move by LaRue and this finish by Van Rensburg that makes the try.
Russell, he is a splendid fly half.
It was a fantastic piece of play. It's the most confident and most positive they've looked all match. It's taken them nearly 78 minutes to get their act together. They finally got it together. Some great phases of football, and then there's some superb passing out along the back line, and it was easy for Van Rensburg to get over. Although out wide, he's left himself a fairly tough decision to make the difference 1 point.
29-26. Couple of replacements being made in fact Peter Muller is coming off and Honorable is coming on. There's the kick by Van Rensburg. He answers the pressure. So into the final minute, just 1 point the difference. It's 29 points to 28, and what a great build-up this has been for the Test match next week.
Well, you couldn't ask for better, David. The New South Welshmen have really stuck it in hard today, and the Africans have shown that they've got it all. They've got runners, they've got kickers, they've got big forwards. And I think they'll use their game midweek against New South Wales country to just hone a few positions and come out firing now that they've seen amongst the best Australia has to offer.
Well, that didn't look too promising, the injury there to Peter Muller. Let's hope he's okay for the Test match. Now New South Wales elect to run it in the final minute. Michael Bryle again is outstanding. Support players there. Campese kicks it ahead. But it is all over. New South Wales have survived to score only their third win in the history of the clashes between these two great sides, New South Wales and South Africa. It's a moment of triumph for Phil Kearns. Denied last week as captain of Australia, today is here to lead his side to a 1 point win over South Africa.